Good morning. It is day 18 on the Appalachian Trail. We left Plum Orchard Shelter. We are getting to the North Carolina border today. Our goal is to get to Muskrat Shelter, which is a couple miles into North Carolina. And my legs feel a little bit better than they did yesterday. So I'm just gonna show you, if I could, this lovely little tree I gotta step over. So one second. Oh, okay. Oh, we're, I don't know, a mile-ish, maybe a mile and a half-ish from the shelter. Very cold last night. We layered up and was in all of our sleep system. Everything was being utilized. And it was cold. My feet were cold. But we got these great little buffs. Well, you can see that from Outdoor 76. So that became my face covering last night. I put my sleep pants on underneath my hiking pants. So I was double layered up down there, and I slept in my puffy, but it was still pretty chilly. So we had some oatmeal this morning before we hit trail to warm ourselves up. And as you can tell, I've already shed my puffy. That is now gone. So is the gloves and the sock hat. So, sorry. Whew. My arm is tired. Yeah, pretty good terrain. We've been looking at some cloudy yet blue skies and all of these Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia. So we've got, I think overall about 7.5 miles. We did a quarter of a mile just trying to get out of the gap that the shelter was in. So some of the shelters are not right on trail. A couple of them have been a quarter or a third of a 0.3 third of a mile off the path, and most of them are down in a gap. So the first thing in the morning you get to climb out and get some juice in the joints and some fluid in the muscles. But we're making our way. Not much going on today. Most of our family is at least a day ahead of us. They did not stay at Plum Orchard last night. They went on into North Carolina. My legs were just not feeling it, and so I think we just decided to stop. But all right, I'll flip this around and show you what the trail looks like as we're going downhill. Okay. The treadway's not too bad. We are, I believe, done with the 4,000 mountains in Georgia. We do have several things to climb today, but I won't be at 4,000 mountain as far as I'm aware. At least not on the Georgia side. So, we are. I met some new individuals at camp last night. Everyone's, kind of out here doing their own thing, and some people hiked together. We met another German couple. They left camp before we ever got to the shelter this morning, but the German couple, were back here to hike the AT. They had hiked the Continental Divide Trail and the Pacific Crest Trail already in their lives. So they are back from Germany to hike the Appalachian Trail, and they will be Triple Crowners. So that is really amazing. They seem to be very athletic and energized and fun people. We met Mountain Fairy, who is what I would probably identify as a hipster or a hippie mindset, but a really nice girl. And then one of her hiking companions, not sure what his trail name was, but his real name was Jonathan. I don't know, Eldon called him Tarzan and MacGyver, because he was doing all kinds of stuff. We'll just put it that way. But then we had a couple other people. We had a guy that was hammocking. We had an older man that was in the shelter who was really getting on trail. He was a speed demon. he was doing like 12 miles in like 5 hours. I'm like 12 miles would take us like 8 hours at least, especially if it was a lot of uphill. But just getting to know people. Some people have been on trail for 5 or 6 days and have been doing, 15, 16-mile days. Some people are like us, and they've been on trail for a little over 2 weeks, and we're coming into a gap. But they've been on trail for like 2 weeks, and they're still in Georgia. So we did pass Kim yesterday. Kim was one of our hostel companions when we stayed at the Above the Clouds. I think that was on day 4. She also had gotten off trail, but she's still in Georgia. She's taking it one step at a time, just like we are, and just everyone is hiking their own hike, and that's perfectly fine. If you want to do your 15 or 16 miles a day, and you can, amazing. If you're like me and Eldon, and you're going shelter to shelter, doing 5, 6, 7, 8 miles a day, that's fine too. It doesn't matter if you're as fast as a hare or slow as a turtle. It's more about emotional and mental mindset than truly it is about physical strength. Because some days physical strength hurts when your body's aching, and then other days your body may not be aching, but you may not have the mental strength to move quickly or move forward. So I don't know what Jeremy's talking about down there, but Jeremy's in the blue shirt, if you can see him. His trail name is Hoot. He was the one who released my Achilles tendon. He's the Army medic, field medic. And then he's also said this morning that he was a special ed teacher. So we got people out here in all walks of life. But we met back up with him. Jeremy stayed at Above the Clouds with us our second night. And then we met him again when we got to Neal Gap. So he's still on trail with us. But yeah, definitely looking forward to getting into North Carolina today. I know we do have several climbs, so I probably won't film that because I will be too busy huffing and puffing. But let's see what we got down here and where we're at. I'm not entirely sure. We're in some gap, I can tell you that. All right, happy trails, everyone. We've made it to North Carolina. It has been a long day, and we still have about 3 miles left to go. Eldon has taken a break, but we are here. Finally, Georgia is down. And I feel sorry for all those hang gliders that don't get to use the National Forest Wilderness in North Carolina as their playground. Hang gliders, yep. Let's put a hang glider out here and all these trees. That's the weirdest thing ever. We just hiked up Hellacious Sharp Top Mountain, and we've got a couple more miles to go. We're tired. The sun is getting low. It's almost 5 o'clock. And we'll see where we end up today. But we are in North Carolina on day 18. Okay, we made it to Muskrat Creek Shelter to end our day, and the blessing of the day was that we made it to North Carolina, and the challenge of the day was the 2 mountains that we had to climb as soon as we got into North Carolina. So that was difficult, but we're moving on. It's supposed to be warming up this weekend. It'll be nice to see the warmer weather because the 35 to 40 degree nights have been pretty cold.